Jamaica is a very special place, filled with very special people. One of these very special people is a young lady from Wolmer's High School called Natrice East. We take a look at her exploits in the 200 meters at the ISA Boys and Girls Champs. Let's call it a Natrice East Sprint Feast. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, are you ready? Yep, good to go. The 2024 staging of the ISA Boys and Girls Grace Athletics Championships featured some remarkable talents, including an astounding 9 double gold medal winners. One of these was the Class 3 phenom out of Wolmer's High School, the remarkable Natrice East, who proved that her silver medal in the 2023 staging of the same event in the 100 meters was no fluke. Natrice East was absolutely dominant in both disciplines, the 100 and 200 meters, in which she won gold medals. But for today's sake, let's look at this young lady who personally reminds me of Elaine THOMPSON-HERAH and a Brianna Lister. There is something about Natrice East that's special. In the semifinals of the 200 meters, and we're looking at the 200 meters, she was incredible. East was so incredible that the only person that looked as if she could be even some sort of a challenge for Natrice East in the semifinals was a young lady from Immaculate Conception by the name of Kimberly Wright. Natrice East entered the finals with the fastest time, a time of 24.15, with Immaculate's Kimberly Wright running the second fastest time, a time of 24. That's 24.48 to qualify, with Kareli Etienne of Edwin Allen running the third fastest time, a time of 24.86 seconds.
Semi-final 3 of 3, set position, and away they go. And it's a flying start from Natrice East I told you about, and she's already separated from Sashana Johnson. Sashana Johnson, the 400-meter champion, will have to show that 400-meter mettle down the stretch, because Natrice East isn't wasting any time. On the outside, St. Mary High's Kalisha Bell also running well, but Natrice East is in full command, and Natrice East is going to win this one easily.
East was dominant, so was Kimberly Wright of Immaculate Conception in her semi-final, which was semi-final number 1.
And they are off on the running, and it's a good start from St. Jago's. Shania Campbell already. Look to Kimberly Wright of Immaculate Conception in lane 7 as well, with those long legs. And Campbell now is trying to close the gap on Wright, but it is Wright with the advantage of the turn. Kimberly Wright is absolutely storming right now. On the inside, it's Campbell trying to get back to her, but it's lane 7. It's the blue and white of Kimberly Wright of Immaculate Conception, and she marches.
Natrice East looked exquisite in those semifinals, and Wright, I said, was the only person who looked as if she would be any kind of threat. But in the end, it was a dominant Natrice East who won in a very impressive 23.93, although the wind, I must concede, was a minus 3.5. So that tells you how fast she was actually going. Running into a minus 3.5 wind was kind of like running into Hurricane Gilbert. It's a huge wind to run against, but East was completely dominant. And her running style, her technique for a Class 3 girl is almost flawless. That's why I said, in some respects, she reminds me of a Brianna Lister, whose style is just incredible. Not as good, but incredible. Watch the 200-meter finals.
Natrice East is back. Kimberly Wright.
Kimberly, the tallest of all, have been East Etienne Wright.
So the first time of asking Wright from gets a good start. Natrice East on the outside for Wolmer's Girls gets a blistering start and runs a superb curve. It's Natrice East who leads lead start coming on strong is Bell from St. Mary High. East carries right with her. Also going well is Johnson from Hydell. Natrice East strikes for the maroon and gold. Right gets silver. It's 24-3-0. Natrice East, 100-meter champion, adds the 200-meter gold.
Apologies there were some technical issues that I have nothing to do with during that broadcast, and hence the quality of the video. But nonetheless, you can see that this young lady was absolutely dominant. This is a class 3 young lady. Her running style, the way she takes that curve into the straight in 100 meters, completely dominant. Great breathing, high knees. Natrice East is really a sight to behold as a female sprinter. This Thursday, March 28th at 8 p.m. Jamaica time, join us at Peter Lloyd World YouTube channel for Good to Go number 4, the sports live stream that brings life to track and field. Join us as we discuss the latest happening. It's the boys and girls champs, Elaine THOMPSON-HERAH, and more. Sports journalist from the Jamaica Observer, Paul Reed, and myself sit down with you, the royals of Peter Lloyd World. Let's talk about sports. People, we make sports fun. Join us.
Puma and Jamaica.
After her 200 meter, which capped her double, her gold. Remember, she won gold in the 100 and the 200 meters. We'll talk about it another time. She spoke with TVJ. This is what she said.
Natrice East is with us now.
Natrice is about your plan to defend your different points, your first coming off the curve into the... And did you have to change anything given that Kimberly of Immaculate was up on your shoulder at one point?
Just to come in to this finals and execute how my coach showed me to, give it my all for this. So my goal was just to give it my all and hope for the best.
A double gold medalist so far at these championships. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now this, of course, is my 2 cents. The ISA Boys and Girls Grace Athletic Championships 2024 was a treasure trove of incredible talent. Not just in the sprints, but for the time being, we're talking about the sprints. And Natrice East was a sort of find. Now, anyone who's been following Jamaican track and field, especially high school track and field, knows about Natrice East. She made her presence felt last year, as I stated. She won a silver medal, I believe, in the finals of the 100 meters last year, the ISA Boys and Girls Championship. But this whole Marion she's dominant. And this is raw talent. Now, like I said, her running style kind of reminds me of Elaine and Brianna Liston. Brianna Liston has always reminded me of Elaine in terms of how she runs. You may or may not agree with me. But running a time of, I think, 23.93 or 83 in the finals, running into a minus 3.5 wind. I want you to grasp what I'm saying. When the wind is a plus, the wind is behind the athlete, pushing them towards the finishing line. When the wind is a minus, it means that the athlete is running into gale force wind, pushing them, slowing them down. So she would have ran a much faster time had it not been for that minus 3.5. And anything over minus 2 is, in fact, anything over minus 1 is actually a massive amount of wind. So minus 3.5 was gale force winds. And she was dominant. She led from her first step out of the blocks. Her transitions were almost flawless. She was unconcerned with the competition because truly there was none. Kimberly Wright was the closest and she was a full 4 meters behind her. Her transition, as I said, into that curve, coming out of the curve, we are looking at an exceptional talent. Kind of like when we saw Brianna Liston at age 12, remember? Class 4, I believe, running, and we're saying, what the heck is this? This is a rare talent. Jamaica is a very blessed place with very blessed people. And we normally talk about the hundreds, but the truth is this: there is a lack of 200-meter female sprinters and male sprinters. That's just a fact. Outside of a Sharika, who else can you think could matter on the world stage. I see a Kimberly, I see a, not apologies, I can see a Alana Reid coming up. I definitely can see a Brianna Liston in the 200 meters, but I can also see this young lady. She's exceptionally talented. Go back and look at the races. Look at her technique. She's a class 3 girls. They are class 1 and senior pro runners who are not, their technique is not as solid as this young lady. I pray that she stays injury free and her transition works. You know, she transitions from amateur at whatever point. Hopefully she decides to go to college and then becomes a pro. She's exceptional. I had to do something on her, just the 200 meters. I mean, the 200 meters, hundreds are hard, people, but the 200 meters are really hard. So we just wanted you to have a East Sprint Feast. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Now, don't forget to join us for this Thursday, March 28th at 8 p.m. Jamaica time, right here at Peter Lloyd World for our upcoming Good to Go live stream number 4. You've enjoyed all 3 before. It's going to be awesome. See you there. Your royals, kings and queens, bless up.